Hello everybody, welcome to Catherine Sews and to my weekly vlog. Nice to see you today. I hope you're doing really well. I must say I've been just sort of taking it a little bit more easy, remembering to enjoy my life and remembering to keep the joy in what I do and to enjoy my sewing projects and sharing it with you. So I'm a little bit behind schedule because I've been enjoying my life. So this past weekend's tutorial is actually not even out yet. I'm hoping it comes out later today, maybe tomorrow morning. It was fun to do. I enjoyed doing it and I just didn't want to, rush and put pressure on myself. And I'm trying not to say to myself like, oh, you should be doing this and I have to get this done by this time. I'm trying to just remind myself, you know what? Lives are not at stake here. Everything is fine. So the tutorial that is coming out probably after this vlog is the next step on my capsule wardrobe. So I recently made the Jade Pants from Dressmaking and More. I made those out of that gray suplex knit that I got from Our Social Fabric. And so I made them again using that burgundy knit that I got from Fab Cycle. Do you remember? It is exactly like this and it's an acrylic knit. And I wondered, would it be too crazy to make pants out of a sweater knit? But you know what? I actually love them. They turned out great. This is the piece that I'm going to be making the coordinating jacket out of. So I'm using another pattern from Dressmaking and More. I'm going to use their Diana jacket. And in the tutorial that's coming out, I made the coordinating top. I used their Dove pattern. And so, yeah, I really ended up happy with that outfit. I think you'll like it too. And both pieces are easy to sew. Sorry, it's garbage day here today, so I'm hoping that that truck noise isn't too noisy. I did a little mock-up test garment for the Dove top because I'd already fitted the Jade Pants. So I had to just do the test garment for the Dove sweater. So the outfit is done, happy with that. But then this morning I was looking at that little mock-up thinking, well, is there anything I can salvage here? Because I just grabbed two scrap pieces out of my stash to do the body out of one and the collar and the sleeves out of the other fabric. And I just didn't end up really liking those together. But rather than just turf the whole thing, I separated them. So I've taken the sleeves and turtleneck off and I might just do the whole thing again in that lighter weight knit. But then the body that I used, I have just enough to make also a turtleneck. So I'm going to make a sleeveless turtleneck because I always like that. A sleeveless turtleneck I think just looks elegant and sharp. I think this will be cute. And then if I put it under a jacket, I don't get too hot. So I started playing around with that and I thought I would just show the process in today's little vlog, but it's turning into something bigger. So I've put that aside for now. Hopefully that comes out as a little mini extra this week. And then the next tutorial will be either this jacket or the bridal gown and bridesmaid dresses that I've been talking about forever. I kind of would be happy to get those done and out. So the bridesmaids dresses are essentially done and they were not too difficult to do. But the bridal gown, it's so beautiful and the bride is such a sweetheart. So of course I want everything to be perfect, but I'll just give you a little sneak preview so you know what I've been struggling with. Her dress is gorgeous. It's like a halter style with a very low back, which is beautiful and very current and lovely. It was just hanging too low, like a little too much side boob, a little too dipping down at the back. Just lovely, but it's just, yeah.
But if it was like there,
yeah,
I think that would be really perfect.
I think so too. So we decided to just raise it up. So I had pinched out some at the neckline and redid the kind of collar tie and it looked beautiful until she put it on. And because we raised it up, it's now wider, right? And I should have seen that coming. Like there, of course, it's going to be wider and then it's not going to sit right. So now I'm not struggling, but now what I need to do is take the collar off, which I've already done. It's basically off. And I need to bring in that front of the halter, right? So I'm trying to decide, or I'll have to just play around if I can bring it in with gathering, or do I need to do one center dart or two darts in the lining and then just, I don't know, gather the lace. So that is what's going on. And also the length of the gown. It's a beautiful scalloped edge, but it was too long. So I've cut it. Oh my gosh. can you imagine? This bride is in love with this dress. She loves it. And of course, I don't know how much money she spent on it, but it's her bridal gown, so I can't go and ruin it, right? But can you imagine cutting like 6 inches off the bottom of somebody's wedding dress? Like, that took a little bit of courage, I gotta say. You know, and you know what? I'm not fearless. Courage means that you feel the fear and you do it anyway, right? So that's where I was, working up the nerve to cut. So I don't think there's any reason not to cut. I think I'm fine.
I want you to know that I'm not saying it's not scary.
Okay. Whew. Oh my gosh. That's so scary. No kidding, right? That is bloody scary. Anyway, lace is beautiful to work with, right? Because you can cut it. And so I cut a piece off. I'm raising it up. I'll be reattaching it and trimming off the extra top, like from both layers, because we want to maintain the scallop edge, of course, right? Like you don't just cut it and turn a little hem when it's got a beautiful scallop edge. So my little seam is going to be very discreet. So that project is daunting. For one, it's daunting. Second, it's you know, it feels like I'm feeling the pressure to make this thing perfect. You can't just give up on somebody's wedding dress or say like, you know what, I think I've lost interest in that project, I'm gonna move on. Like, you can't. So that project is like, I just need to get it done, make sure she's happy, and move on, because it's been something. Anyway, speaking of working with lace, one thing that, you know, I'm trying to really follow my joy in my sewing projects. And so even though there are things that I definitely want to do and things that I should do, once in a while I'm just like, oh, remember this thing that looked really, really fun? And that is this. That's where my heart was going this morning. And I've had this in my closet for a year. Like, I thrifted this in Seattle, and that retreat in Seattle was a year ago. But look at how pretty. It's a long, long dress, and the whole thing is sheer. My thought is to turn it into like a sheer Lacey cardigan, because I'm never gonna wear, like, it's been a year, I'm never gonna wear it as a dress. Even if I made like a slip dress to go underneath it, I think that I would love it as a Lacey cardigan. And honestly, working with that bridal gown has kind of like rekindled my love of working with lace. So at some point, I'm going to slip that into the mix as well. One more idea that I've been working on is a little Wednesday mini extra video all about laundry, because a couple of reasons. One is that when I'm thrifting, quite often I see many things on the rack that are just not looking great because they weren't laundered well, right? Somebody took something nice and threw it in the washer and dryer, and then it comes out looking like an unmade bed, right? It does not look good anymore. So I wanted to talk a little bit about laundry. So that's been in the back of my mind. But then I started getting like black lines coming from my washing machine, these black, like oily lines. And I was like cleaning all the, like, you know, the gunk out of the door. I was just trying to clean out everything, and nothing was helping. So I called in a repairman, and he said, well, you have to get a new drum, and that's going to be like minimum $500, or you can just buy a whole new machine. And I'm like, geez, this machine is not even old. So then my dear little friend Tonette recommended these things. Like, it's like a little puck that you put into your wash with nothing, no clothes in it. You just put this in. Maybe everybody knows this, I don't know, but I didn't know this. So once a month now, I do tub clean. That's one of the settings on my machine, tub clean. And with one of these little pucks in there, no more black lines, honestly. And like, I don't know why the repairman couldn't have told me about these little pucks, but she saved me $500 just from that. And then the other thing that I bought is this crazy thing. So my dryer is sort of right in the middle of the basement. So for the hose to get outside, it goes this crazy route, like literally like out through the garage and back out through the deck here. It's like the most circuitous route that you could ever have a dryer vent, which I don't think is a very good idea. So I try to minimize lint wherever I can. And so this thing, wow, I couldn't believe it. The first time I used it, like I stuck it down in where the dryer lint trap is. And there's always like some on that trap, but you can see that there's gobs in the actual front of the dryer. When I put this in there, holy smokes, like a snowball size of lint came out. So I was so excited about both of those little gadgets that I kind of wanted to share them with you. I will link them here as well in the description, but I think I might do a whole little Wednesday video about laundry. Tell me what you think. Like, is that something you think would be interesting, or is that enough? Like, is that enough talk about laundry? We're done talking about laundry now. We'll move on. So let me know. One other little thing that I just wanted to sort of put some feelers out about is that I've been working on a way for us to build community here. Literally, like every day, every video, somebody puts a comment like, oh, I wish I had a sewing buddy, and oh, I wish you lived next door, we could hang out and sew together, or oh, I wish your friends were my friends and that we could hang out. And that tugs at my heart a lot because I wish that too. Honestly, before I started doing the trips, I had a very small group of friends. And then once I did the retreat and the trips, it's just amazing how my group of friends has expanded with people who love the same things that I love. So that is what I'm working on. And that's one reason why I've been a little bit busy and a little bit behind schedules, because I'm working on this idea that I'm not ready to go into detail about right now. But I think in next week's vlog, I might devote some more time to that idea. I'm really excited about it, but I gotta say I'm a little bit nervous too. So anyway, not ready to go into detail, but it's coming soon. So I just wanted to kind of give you the heads up, because you, the people that watch the vlog, you are my inner circle, and that's where the community is definitely going to be coming from. So I think that wraps it up for me today, and I look forward to connecting with you again later in the week. Oh my gosh, and I'm sorry about all the garbage truck noises. Note to self, not to sit outside for a vlog on garbage day. So I hope you have a great week. I hope you're doing well, and that your September is off to a great start. And until next time on Catherine Sews, you take care. Will give me the matching little mock. I think this will be cute.
I love the color, yeah. It's like, it's Chianti, they call it. Chianti.
And that's, I don't think that'll be too tricky an alteration.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.